One of the most frequently asked questions I have is, how do I build a business that is continuing to grow over time? Today I'm going to share with you the exact strategy that I've shared with a number of agents that's helped them build the business of their dreams. All right, today I want to share with you a step-by-step strategy that I've used in my business over the past 25 years, and also what I've shared with a number of agents that help them build the business of their dreams. This is the big thing though, is statistics tell us that 90% of all buyers said that they would use their same agent to list their home. But then when we get on the other side of this, only 23% actually do. So what happens? As realtors, what happens is after the transaction, we end up not following up with them. We end up quit adding value to them and staying a part of their lives. So what I want to do today is I want to give you some numbers, and then I want to give you the action plan on how we can stay in touch with them so that it becomes systematic, so that it becomes automatic, and so that when the time comes for your past buyers to sell, that you're the agent of choice. So let's do this. I want to just use some assumptions, because when we do assumptions now, and you can manipulate these numbers where they work in your market, but in our market, on average, the average home turns over right now, in a market cycle we're in right now, about every 5 years. Now, if that's the case, I'm going to use a 15-year time period that the average house is going to turn over 4 times. Let me tell you how I'm getting at that. So your buyer in the 5th year decides, you know what, now we've got another kid, or now we've got grandkids or whatever, and we need a bigger house. So in the 5th year, they sell their existing home, they buy another one. The 10th year, they sell their existing home and they buy another one. You've got 4 transactions now. On average, some will do more, some will do less in 15 years. If we take that 15-year time period, now we can start to figure out, okay, now what's the lifetime value of this customer? So if we're using just general numbers for our market, $500,000 average sales price, yours may be higher, it may be lower. On an average $500,000 sales price with 2.5% commission, that's $12,500 gross commission. $9,375 is the net commission if you're using a 75% split. Some may be higher, some may be lower. You can plug your numbers in here to see exactly where you are. Now, if I take that $9,375 and I multiply it times 4 transactions, that gives me $37,500 over the next 15 years that client is worth for us after the initial sale. Now, when we start thinking about that, now we can break it in and divide that by the 15 years. It's $2,500 per year that customer, that past customer, should be worth to you if you have a lifetime value on that customer. Now we can start putting our plan together. Now we know that every year that we can stay in contact with that person, every year that we can continue to build that relationship, in reality, we're banking on these averages, $2,500 per year. This is how we begin to compound our business. Now, I want to do a couple things. I want you to start looking at this. How do we stay in touch? What's the best way to keep in touch with those clients? What's the best value we can add? Here's your step-by-step plan. With us, we utilize Boomtown, but if you don't have Boomtown, if you use your existing Flex or your MLS service, whatever you have, set them up to receive automatic updates on a monthly basis with active, pending, and sold houses like theirs in their neighborhood. Now, once a month, they're going to receive something from you that's going to add value. They're going to see what's going on with the market. They're going to see you. That's 12 touches right there. Once you've got the 12 touches, now I want you to put in your calendar where you're going to call them every 6 months. Now, this is just a check-in call. Hey, just checking in with you guys. How's the family? Do you still love the home? Great to talk to you. Let me know if I can ever help. Very simple calls. These are just check-in calls. We're going to put those on these 6-month time period. On the offsetting 6 months, in other words, we're going to do the 6 months that's not the calls, we're going to do a CMA, just an unsolicited valuation update on their home. This could be in an email form, this could be in a print form, whatever it is, we're going to do a CMA. So it would look like this. Month 3, we'd call them. Month 6, we would send them to CMA. Month 9, we would call them. Month 12, we'd send them a CMA. We just continue to do that. Every 3 months, we're doing a personal touch either by call or CMA. Now we've got 4 additional touches. Now, if we're starting to think about this, how are you have them in your database? Are you communicating to your database as a whole at least once a month with kind of market updates? What's going on? If you're doing that, that's an additional 12 touches. I would also encourage you, add value to people. You know, one of the best things that I think we ever did is that we would find tickets to events or gift cards to places. Tickets to events are great. We would go and we would say, we would purchase tickets to some type of an event, and we would call, starting with some of our best clients from the top, and we'd say, hey, not sure if you're busy this weekend, or in our case, in the coastal market, not sure if you're in town this weekend, but there's an event coming up that we have a couple of extra tickets. Would love for you to go with us if you have time or you're in town. Now let me just say this, in our case, if these tickets, for instance, with some of our clients were $300, we would be sitting there, it would take us until we got to the 7th, 8th person before someone was actually in town and would take us up on the offer. So it was like we were buying 7, 8 sets of tickets, because in reality, just because I made the offer, it's like I got the same juice as giving them the ticket. So I would encourage you, once a year, offer something to your past clients. Give them an opportunity to do something with you on a personal basis, or their family to do something where they'll remember you when the time comes. This could even be gift cards to your favorite new restaurant or some type of an event. That's another touch. That's a personal touch. Another thing that you can do is Thanksgiving. Make sure on Thanksgiving you send them a personalized text, or even better, video of you just saying, hey, it's Thanksgiving morning. I was sitting here thinking about the people that I really appreciate, and you came to mind. Hope you and your family have a great Thanksgiving. Let me know if I can ever do anything for you, and I'll talk to you soon. That little simple text is another touch. Now, if I'm doing my math right, all of a sudden now we've got 30 touches because we've touched them in 30 different ways for the year. They're going to remember you. So the next logical question is, what if I don't have a bunch of past sellers that I've worked with? I want to give you a plan of action for that, because listen, not everybody has 5 years worth of past sellers that they've been working with. We want to build this plan from this place going forward. But also what I want to do is that's the place you start with past sellers. But who can you take as an orphan, I guess you could say, that maybe is part of that 67% we talked about that is not going to do business with their last agent? And let me give you a few places you can start. First, obviously, is your past clients. But listen, those people that you're meeting in open houses that are owners, that nosy neighbor that just comes in and tells you, oh, well, we own the house down the street. Start them on this campaign. Begin starting this on this campaign. We're just checking in with them with the phone call. You're doing the CMA. You've got the drip campaigns going out to them where it's letting them know the values. You're offering some things to them. You're just calling them on Thanksgiving and say, hey, I don't know, I met you, just find a way to reach out to them and add value. If you do that, you're going to become their agent of choice. Also, what about your farm area? Those people that you've met that have asked for evaluations in the past. Maybe it's friends and family. Maybe it's, let me give you one that's really good. 6-month-old expired listings. Listen, when an expired listing happens, they get tons of calls from everybody. But what happens is after about 4 or 5 months, the calls stop coming. If they haven't relisted, all of a sudden the calls have stopped coming. Check in with them. Say, hey, I did an updated valuation on your house. I'd love to email it over to you. Let me know if you have any questions. They give you their email address. Now you put them in the system. They become yours. You begin adding value, and all of a sudden, you've got a new client. If you'll do these things, listen, this is something that I have watched time and time and time again. Develop a business in a way that thrives, and it's not time when you're just wondering what to do. Systematically, your business is growing. I hope this is helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.